What's up, guys? Welcome back to Chemical Guys Detail Garage. If you've been following along in this beginners series, we have already washed the truck. We have washed the wheels, we've clayed it, we've polished out the scratches and swirls, and now that our hard work is all done, there's one more step. There's actually several steps left to protect our hard work, because the last thing we want to do is bring this back on the road and have to do all this stuff all over again. So, Henry, what is the next step in the detailing process?
The next step is going to be a very crucial step in my mind, because we're going to be applying a ceramic coating. Do you know what a ceramic coating is?
What I think a ceramic coating is, to break this down for all the beginners, is you have your paint on your car, and then you have a layer called the clear coat, which is kind of a hard layer that protects your paint. What a ceramic coating would be like a sacrificial layer, as you like to put it, on top of the clear coat even, that's protecting it even further.
Correct. So HydroCharge is one of the easiest ceramic coatings that a professional as well as a beginner can apply to their surface of the vehicle. So what is HydroCharge? HydroCharge is a spray ceramic coating that can be simply applied to any type of surface that are painted. How do you apply it? You grab a microfiber applicator, you shake up the product to get the proper mixture, you spray it directly onto your microfiber applicator, you glide it around onto a surface, linear motion side to side on a 2x2 area. We don't recommend going all over the entire car, then come back and removing it, because keep this in mind, a ceramic coating is going to harden on your paint, how Jason said. It's going to cause a sacrificial layer as well as bring out some Asian shine. So HydroCharge is going to be applied within 30 seconds to 1 minute on the surface of your paint. So as soon as you apply it on, it all depends on the weather where you live. If it's super hot, let it sit for 30 seconds. If it's super cold, let it sit for 1 minute, but then buff it off with a premium microfiber towel.
And then after that, you want to leave it as long as possible, but a minimum of 24 hours to let it cure and basically harden on the surface of the paint.
That's correct, but if you want to apply a second product, you just have to let it sit on there for 3 hours.
Correct. The other added benefit of having a ceramic coating on is the hydrophobic properties. As we saw when we did the wash on this truck, the water was just sheeting all the way down. There was zero protection on this thing, so it's going to be really cool to see what it does after we put some of this on. Yeah. Really what's supposed to happen is the water should bead up on the surface and just roll right off, which also will probably take some dirt and dust with it.
Now I know what you guys might be thinking. Can HydroCharge be applied on glass? And the answer is no. We recommend applying something like HydroSlick, which is our second product. It's still a ceramic product. It's still a ceramic HyperWax. Whenever you guys hear the word HyperWax, that just means we simplify ceramic even further for any beginners out there. But this product can be applied on your wheels, on your chrome, on your glass, on your headlights, your taillights, as well as your painted surfaces. And the cool thing about it, it's in a gel format, so just simply shake it up. You're actually going to apply 6 dots onto your microfiber applicator, and you're going to follow the same exact concept as you would when applying HydroCharge. Exactly. It's still going to harden up, but like this, we bring out ceramic properties to your glass, to your headlights, to your wheels. Like this, you stay ceramic coated all year round using the Hydro line.
Now, one important thing to note while you're using a ceramic is that you want to have a clean surface when you do this, which is why we went through all the previous steps. If you have any light dust or dirt on the surface of your paint when you apply this, you're basically sealing it into your clear coat, which is not a great idea.
Not a great idea, especially scratches and swirls, because like that, you would have to re-polish out your surface in order to remove a ceramic. So save time, save that headache, do it right the first time, wash, clay, polish, and apply a ceramic. Don't be that person that ceramic coated over scratches and swirls, because whenever your car hits the sun, you're gonna be exposed.
Exactly.
Even though your car beads and you have scratches and swirls, that's not the best way to go. All right, Jason, moving on to the next step, which is going to be another crucial step, because not all paint can be perfect.
That's right.
When applying it.
Not all paint can be perfect, but it can look perfect if you use a glaze. After a ceramic, we apply a glaze. Now, a glaze...
Like a donut?
I love donuts, and what does the glaze do on the donut?
Makes it delicious, makes it look good.
It makes it delicious, it makes it look good, and any of the pores that are on the donut, that glaze fills it over and makes it look smooth, right?
That's right.
So, similar to this, the glaze actually will fill in micro scratches and swirls basically almost like erasing them to the vision. It's like makeup.
GlossWorkz Ultimate Glaze is going to do an amazing job at filling any micro scratches that you forgot to polish out. Unfortunately, not all paint can come out to 100%, so that's why we recommend applying a glaze. A glaze is like makeup, how you said, just simply rub it on, but this one you could let it sit on the surface of your paint from anywhere from 10 minutes to 15 minutes, and then come back with a premium microfiber towel and just buff it off. Where are the applicable locations you can apply a glaze?
Pretty much anywhere. You can apply a glaze on your paint, on your headlights, on your,
you can apply your glaze on
wheels.
Yeah. Glazes can be applied on multiple different surfaces, such as your chrome, your painted surfaces, your shiny black plastics, because I know those plastics actually scratch up a lot, especially you Mopar owners and Mustang owners in the back. So you can hide the scratch and swirls with the Ultimate Glaze today, like GlossWorkz Glaze.
And now getting into these products here, this section of the detailing flowchart, you can apply all these by hand, or in this particular case, we can also apply this using our Torque 10FX or Torque 22D, which we used in the previous, really any of our polishers with the correct polishing pad.
Which is going to be the blue pad.
If you remember from our previous video, we used the orange cutting pad to get rid of the scratches and swirls on the surface of the ride. In this case, we don't want a pad that cuts. We want one that just buffs.
We just want a pad that just cleanses the paint, gets it deep into the pores of the paint. You're not even going to be applying it with high speed, just speed setting 1, glide it across the paint, apply more if you need so, but keep this in mind. Anything that comes off onto the microfiber towel is just excess, so that's why we say a little bit goes a very long way. After applying a glaze, there's still one other step.
A sealant, because now that we have all these awesome products on our paint, we want to seal all the juices in, right?
Yeah.
It's just like a steak.
That's right,
you char it on both sides, right? You seal in all the juice. So we want to seal in all this beauty and shine that we just created on our ride. So that's why we're going with Jet Seal, which is a sealant and a paint protectant.
Jet Seal actually has aerospace technology embedded into it, so it could be withstanding high amounts of heat. And it's also a synthetic handmade sealant. Jet Seal can be applied on your glass, on your headlights, your tail lights, your paint, your chrome, your aluminum. Like this, you prevent your headlight failing. Like this, you prevent your dashboards fading, because over time, UV rays can penetrate through the glass, penetrate the clear plastics, or even your paint and cause clear coat failure over time. So this is why we recommend applying some type of protection like Jet Seal onto your paint.
And Jet Seal is great because it does have a huge amount of UV protection.
Yes.
And up to 12 months.
So like this, you stay protected for 12 months, but you also need to keep this in mind. We can't stress this enough. You still need to wash your car constantly to maintain your shine, maintain your protection. Because if you do not wash it, just imagine today you get ready, right, Jason? Yeah. You get your hair done, you look amazing, you're walking down the red carpet, you look fantastic, right? 3 weeks down the line, you're not gonna look like that if you don't take care of yourself.
Now, after we've applied our sealant, you can add another step. This is a synthetic sealant, like Henry said, where you get amazing protection and a synthetic shine.
Yes.
But a lot of people tend to like the shine of the natural carnauba
Fun fact,
wax.
A sealant is going to give it a much cooler shine. So if your car is dark, it's going to give it that cool, lustrous shine.
And a carnauba wax is going to give it a warmer shine, like a glow.
Yeah, so that anybody that has yellows, greens, oranges, even black, it's still gonna bring out an amazing shine, but just imagine it's going to be glowing.
You can use these independently, but our recommendation is to use them both together, because then you get the best of both worlds in one shot. So today we have my personal favorite, Butter Wet Wax, and it's a natural carnauba. This could be hand applied, or again, we can use our machine to apply this to the surface. And it goes on the same exact way as Jet Seal, same exact way as GlossWorkz.
That's
you basically...
correct. It's all in the name. It goes on just like butter and comes off just like butter. Wax on, wax off, just like Mr. Miyagi, but don't go in circles, go in linear motion, removing it. Yeah. The cool thing about Butter Wet Wax also, Jason, I'm pretty sure if you knew about it, or fun fact, since I'm so amazed about Butter Wet Wax, if you're feeling kind of lazy, you could also apply it while your car's wet.
Really? See, I didn't even know that.
You can apply while your car is wet, still going to bring out an amazing shine or reflection, or if you get tree sap, bird droppings, bird residues marked up on your paint, just rub some little Butter Wet Wax on it, wipe on, wipe off, and you're good to go.
There's actually an amazing video on our YouTube channel if you want to check it out, where we remove paint transfer. We don't have to polish it out. We literally just use some Butter Wet Wax, rub that on, and it comes right off. So if you accidentally I don't know, tag a pole or something like that, or somebody sideswiped you while you were parked and it's just a tiny little bit of paint transfer on there, that can actually rub right out.
Yeah.
The other thing with this is you want to let it haze up for a little bit right after you apply it. You'll notice that the haze kind of comes up and your paint will look a little hazy. At that point, you just buff it right off with a microfiber towel and bam, it is shiny.
And finally, for the cherry on top, Jason, I'm pretty sure there's going to be one product that can maintain your shine and reflection in between washes, which is?
Right, so Henry brings up a great point, is we just put all of this stuff on our car. We want to protect it. We don't want to have to do this again in 3 days. We don't have to do this again in a month even, right? So in between our maintenance washes, which is gonna help us protect all of the coatings that we put on here, we also have a quick detail spray. In this particular case, a ceramic quick detail spray called HydroSpeed. So what this does is it basically takes care of very light dust, dirt, and debris that's on the surface of your vehicle. You can easily spray this on and just wipe it off. And not only are you protecting all of the coatings that we have put on here already, but you're also adding a little more SiO2 properties to the paint. So you're kind of filling in anything that maybe was rubbed off by some incoming dirt or grime or anything like that. Super simple to use. You just spray and wipe.
How I like to explain it is just basically a booster. So say for example, your ceramic coatings need a little bit extra boost. You just spray this on, wipe it off. HydroSpeed has a self-cleaning properties, which means it's not going to leave any residue left behind. Just simply spray, wipe off. If you are living in an area where it's super hot, just spray it directly onto microfiber towel, rub it on, wipe it off, any residue left behind. But if you are living in a much cooler area, spray it directly onto the surface. Make sure the surface is cool to the touch. Like that, it won't evaporate on you. And like that, you achieve the little cherry on top. Your shine, your reflection is all there. Everybody's gonna be raving about your car, talking about your ride. And that's why you tell them that your shine came from the best family on YouTube, which is Chemical Guys Shine.
That's it. This is especially good for people that have show cars. If you go take your car to some meetups or anything like that, and it's usually in great condition, but then when you get there, you just give it a little touch of this, shine it up just before everybody gets there, and it'll look amazing. I think that pretty much wraps it up. The only thing I think we should mention also is between all these rides, you definitely want to give your car maintenance wash. The fact that we have all of these on here now, the wash should be way easier. Everything should be completely hydrophobic. The water should just bead up right off of the vehicle. It should be super easy to dry at this point. No dragging with the towel like we saw in our first video. We recommend using a pH balanced soap to give your car that maintenance wash, or Hydro Suds, which is another ceramic SiO2 soap that will help maintain the ceramic properties that we have applied on our car as well. Henry, which soaps are pH balanced?
Every single soap that Chemical Guys carries is pH balanced except Clean Slate and Citrus Washing Gloss. Citrus Washing Gloss can also be pH balanced, but just keep this in mind, use 1 ounce while washing your ride.
Citrus is an amazing smelling and functional type of cleaner, but it is very powerful. So when you use something like Clean Slate or Citrus Washing Gloss in high quantities, you're gonna be stripping some stuff off, which is great if you want a fresh start. And it's great if you have some heavy grime, but it's not great if you have coatings on there that you wanna keep. So that's everything on the detailing flowchart. We went through every step of the way, and if you guys have any other questions, leave them in the comment section down below and we will answer those for you. If you like this series or like this video, give us a fat thumbs up.
And let us know you want us to tackle the interior now.
That's right.
Because the interior is a whole nother ballgame for you, Jason.
It's a whole nother flowchart, friends. If you want to pick up any of these products, you can go to chemicalguys.com or stop by your local detail garage, and we will see you next time.